So, everyone's biggest topic in late days is how awesome Concord is going to be. And the 5v5 hero shooter has been displayed to some reviewers. Now, I will say this about the reviewing community. After reading through people who talked about Shadow of the Erdtree, it came to my attention that reviewers don't necessarily review games that are games of their genre. It's like if I was to review some sort of puzzle game or a first-person shooter. It's just not my jam, and that may not be the game I review. So, knowing this, just take it with a grain of salt of what people say. Seeing that it's a mixed bag, that means that there's more people who did enjoy the mechanics, did enjoy what's happening, and those people may be more geared towards PvP shooting. Other people said it wasn't really for them and they worry about it capturing attention for long periods of time. Those people are just saying what's kind of obvious and out there and sort of low-hanging fruit. You want to sort of create this atmosphere. That's how writers work. So I just want to say that is my caveat after reading what these reviewers had to say about their first-hand experience with the game. I think this game will do well for the people who like the genre, and I think there are a lot of things to like, and what these reviewers said is they're trying new things. So that is also very pleasant to hear.
I've actually watched a few reviews on this. There's quite a few people who went hands-on, and the one that surprised me was the one from Kinda Funny. The guy who actually went hands-on with it is a guy who goes by the moniker of Snowbike Mike, and he is Xbox through and through. He ran their Xbox podcast for 4 years before they just moved into this current setup that is Games Daily, where they just talk about all sorts of video games on the daily because there's that much news happening. But he was the one, so Team Xbox was the one to go and play it and have an experience with it, and he came back very positive. He said he would much rather play Concord over Marvel Rivals. It feels like a more complete experience. It feels much better honed. It's got a different way of interacting, whereas with Marvel Rivals, you've got the standard 5v5 Overwatch ripoff where you've got push the payload, team deathmatch, do this, do that, all the same. It's different within the Concord realm of what he has experienced. He liked that you can tailor your character, so it's not a permanent hero shooter, as in this hero does this stuff. You can have 5 versions of that hero that are all built slightly differently, and you can switch between them within the same game. So say you've got one of the heroes that's built for long range, but you need one that's a bit more medium because of the map choice or the encounter design that you're engaging with. You can use the same hero, so you've still got that super power up and their other abilities, but then you're at a medium range shooting distance. It's a much more gunplay based game mode, game in general, which very much speaks more to me. I don't like so much ability spam when it comes to PvP. Give me a gun and let me fight gun to gun sort of thing. There was a lot of positivity that came out of his hands-on time with it. The guys on the panel with him asked a lot of the difficult questions. Will people get bored with it? And he said, yes, of course they will. It's a live service game. It's a multiplayer game. People are bored with Overwatch. People are bored with Call of Duty. People are bored with Battlefield. Why do you think they release new games on the annual basis? The thing that Concord are trying to do is give you that one price to entry and then have microtransactions for cosmetics to sustain it moving forward, and they will keep updating it. They have like a 9 to 12 month release plan initially, and they then have ideas for plans for like 3 or 4 years after that. So it sounds really good now that people have gone hands-on with it. Like you say, there's people who have said it's not for them, and that's absolutely fair. That is their reality, that is their experience. But there is a lot more positivity coming out of people who've actually played it now, and people who you wouldn't expect to be on the positive bandwagon and train for it, especially someone like Snowbike Mike, who is that Xbox connoisseur and promoter and what have you, to have such a positive experience speaks highly of the type of game that it might well be for a lot of people.
Concord is going to be epic, everybody. That's right. They're not going to pay to win situation. As Doragon said, they confirmed monetization through cosmetics only. If you did purchase the game, it will be early access weekend, July 12th to the 14th, and an open beta weekend, July 18th to 21st. A lot of cool things. You will get access to all the... Yeah.
Hands-on, try it. Open beta, people can try the game, and this is on PC and PlayStation, and I believe there's cross-play during the beta as well. So we could all go hands-on and get our own experiences, and then everybody will be giving feedback on that beta week. I hope it's as good as the current positive talk is saying.
I definitely think, like you said, allowing people to try it will settle what all of the talk is about. Once you have it in your hands, that is when you can give the real criticisms. And you can really feel how the game plays, because PlayStation going down this route, you know that they're going to add their spin to it. There's going to be a certain level of quality control. And so, at any case, I'm excited to see how they enter into this space.
It's something that interview with Snowbike Mike said. He actually asked the devs, is this a PlayStation-driven title? Is this Sony telling you to make a multiplayer game out of something that seemed so obviously a single-player game? And they said, no. Before Sony even bought the studio, this was our vision. We were making this hero shooter. It's 5v5. We've got tens of heroes available. Wanted you to have the freedom to build those heroes the way that you wanted to build them, within the constraints of, mechanics and such. But this is the vision that they have always had for the game before they were even a PlayStation studio. When they were independent, this was the vision that they had for it. So that also bodes quite well that these guys have wanted this since day one, and they say that PlayStation haven't stuck their fingers in. So they've obviously seen quality, they've obviously seen the merit of what these guys are making, and feel that it is something that fits the PlayStation umbrella and the PlayStation quality that people are used to. So again, fingers crossed. We'll find out on the 18th when the beta goes live, probably the 19th for me, because there will be server traffic day one and I don't have that much time to play during the week. But yeah, I will very much look forward to going hands-on with Concord and giving it a go, and hopefully we all come out with some positive ideas on it.